Hey everybody, welcome back. In this video, what I want to do is explain how to use the advanced rules that you're going to especially see on quiz 8 because the procedure changes a little bit. Whereas on the previous quizzes, with the exception of quizzes 1 and 6, you've been using the basic rules, kind of how they're introduced. Once we get to quiz 8 and using the advanced rules, the methodology changes somewhat. So here's what I want your method to be, or the order in which you should try and do things. First of all, what you should do is always try to do any kinds of conversions first when you're given a proof. See if you can convert anything, especially if you can convert something that eradicates a negation on the outside of a statement. So the kinds of conversions that you can do, those would include things like De Morgan's law, conjunctive implication, disjunctive implication, and also the advanced rule, material equivalence. Material equivalence will especially show up when you're trying to convert an XNOR or a negated exclusive disjunction into a biconditional, or a negated biconditional into an exclusive disjunction. That's really where that's going to be used. It will be used on your quiz 8. Next thing you want to do, this is completely advanced rule, see if you can do distribution or factoring. On your list of advanced rules, it's always called distribution. But see if you can do that on there, where you've got either a conjunction of disjunctions or a disjunction of conjunctions. They can kind of be reorganized. See if you can do that. I'll say this, if you can do this, especially if it gets rid of a negation on the outside of a premise, do it. If you can do this, you should do it. Then after that, what you'd want to try and do is see if you can do any other advanced rules that you see on that PDF that you have on Blackboard. See if there's any other ones that you can do. Everything from transposition to hypothetical syllogism. See if you can do any of those. Destructive dilemma, if any of those you can do them, you should probably go ahead and do them. Absorption, for example, of which there's 2 kinds. And then, and only then, try the basic rules, which would include everything like arrow out, and in. Not hypothetical syllogism. Conditional proof, indirect proof, or out, or in, double arrow out, double arrow in. Any of those would be the basic rules, then you can try these last. But so, for quiz 8, what you should always do is start with try and see if you can do any conversions, especially those that get rid of a not or a negation on the outside. And of course, what I mean by that is there's 3 places where you can stick a not, the outside, left, and right. Any conversion that you can do that gets rid of this thing, go ahead and do it. After that, see if you can do distribution. That will definitely come up on quiz 8. And then look at the other advanced rules. And you have all this in front of you, so you can go through the list. When you're going through your quiz 8, you can go through the list saying, can I do this one, can I do this one, can I do this one, can I do this one? And then finally, if you find that you can't do any of those, then move on to the basic rules, which we've already discussed. And so that's the methodology of quiz 8. And once you have the whole litany of rules, what you can do. What I want to do in the next video is get you started on a problem that you see on quiz 8. And I want to follow this methodology on there to see, well, how should we get this problem started? Because it can seem very daunting. It is to some degree, but that's also why on quiz 8 it's worth double. And it's a take-home quiz because of the nature of this class. So you can do it, even if it looks challenging. It's doable, but I'm going to help you get started on it. Okay, that's what I'll do in the next video.